We have an update on a story we have been doing and following out of Las Vegas involving that teenager who's been arrested in that deadly hit and run that killed a retired police chief last month. The teenager has reportedly made some alarming statements to police upon his arrest. 18-year-old Jesus Ayala reportedly told police he would only get, quote, a slap on the wrist for the offense, and said he bet he would be out of jail in 30 days. This comes after cell phone video captured what appears to be a car intentionally crashing into a bicyclist on August 14th. Ayala was allegedly at the wheel, driving that car. Another teenager, Jameer Keys, was his alleged passenger who recorded the video. You can hear them laughing and someone saying, bump him, bump him. And then you see the car hit the cyclist and speed off, with more laughter following. Well, 64-year-old Andy Probst was left dead on the side of the road. He was a 30-year law enforcement veteran who later died at the hospital. The deadly strike was part of an alleged crime spree that these two teenagers had been conducting that day, including at least 3 car thefts and 3 hit and runs. Ayala, who was 17 at the time, now faces 18 charges, including murder. 16-year-old Key also faces murder charges, and both are now being charged as adults. Mercedes, this story is going to bring, these are kids who've had past run-ins with the law.
Sure.
And it raises, once again, this huge debate about which people feel very strongly about how we treat juveniles in the criminal justice system. On the one hand, you don't want to criminalize and throw these kids in jail for life.
Right.
But on the other hand, the fact that this kid is saying, yeah, I'll be out in 30 days, I'll get a slap on the wrist.
And that's what's so problematic. Yes, there are obviously circumstances why these children are probably in the situation they're in to begin with. Terrible home lives for the most part. All the things you think about when children lead a life like this with complete disregard for life, with this type of, I don't want to characterize it as evil, but it certainly sounds evil the way they were conducting themselves at that point. So, yes, there are all these considerations, but at the end of the day, thankfully, in Nevada, they can be treated as adults. They're being charged as adults. They're being prosecuted as adults because under the Nevada law, they don't have one of those drop-down laws that said, if you're under 18, we're going to treat you as a juvenile, despite whatever crime you're being charged of. That is not the case here in Nevada. So they will continue to be prosecuted as adults, and they may be facing the death penalty. So on certain states, there isn't that drop down. Nevada is one of them, but there are other states, to your exact point, that drop down happens. And even if these individuals are charged with crimes, if they're minors, they may not actually be prosecuted.
And can these comments that Ayala made, it's nothing, I'll slap on the wrist, I'll be out in 30 days, can they be used against him?
Great question. It really depends on whether there were Miranda rights that were read to him, what happened when he was making those statements, or these sort of excited utterances when he's just sort of flapping at the mouth.
It doesn't sound excited. It sounds like bragging.
Sure. So hopefully those will come in. Certainly the prosecutor would love to seize that. You know the defense attorneys are going to try to exclude that from any sort of proceeding in the future.
And in this case, this video has got to be powerful evidence. They took it themselves. They show them carefully lining up behind Probst as he's biking on the side of the road, saying, hit him, then making no effort to, they aim toward him.
Sure.
They could have driven past him. He was on the side.
If we were prosecuting this case, that would be front and center at the very start of the trial. Even during voir dire, when you're selecting that jury, let that jury see this is what you're going to be ruling on, this video, this extreme, unbelievable crime that took place, that took the life of this man.
You're not going to get this argument from me, but could some defense attorney argue that it's prejudicial?
They're going to try. It all depends on how they got the video. But if they're posting
that and the comments,
exactly. It all depends on how that evidence has been gathered.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.